Mongolia, the empire that once terrified the world, and the country few can find on a map today. Imagine a land that once decided the fate of continents, and today, there are more goats and camels than people. This is Mongolia, the nation that created the largest empire in human history, yet now only 3.5 million people inhabit its vast open spaces. The beginning of the legend, before our era. As early as 200 BC, the Mongolian steppes were home to the Xiongnu, ruthless nomads who forced the Chinese to build the Great Wall. They launched lightning raids, plundered entire regions, and their horses could travel tens of kilometers without rest. Chinese chronicles wrote, "They appear like the wind, and vanish like a shadow." The age of Genghis Khan, the peak of power. In the 13th century, a figure arose who would change the world, Temüjin, known as Genghis Khan. Within a few decades, he united scattered tribes and built an empire stretching from the Pacific Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea. Its area, 33 million square kilometers, was greater than the Roman, British, and Ottoman empires combined. Shocking facts: up to 40 million people died during the conquests. Some cities lost 90% of their population in a single campaign. The Mongols used biological weapons, catapulting plague-infected corpses into cities, sparking epidemics. Their postal system was so fast that Europe did not match it until the 17th century. Kiev, Baghdad, Samarkand, Beijing, they all knew what the wrath of the Mongols meant. Decline and oblivion. But empires are not eternal. By the 14th century, the Mongol state began to collapse. Civil wars between the descendants of Genghis Khan, the plague that killed millions, the disappearance of the Silk Road as the main trade artery. By the 20th century, Mongolia had turned into a buffer zone between Russia and China. In 1921, the country declared independence but effectively came under Soviet control. Mongolia today, an empire of steppes without people. In 2025, Mongolia is 1.56 million square kilometers, the 19th largest in the world, population, only 3.5 million, over 10 heads of livestock per resident, winters with harsh dzuds, freezes down to minus 40 degrees Celsius that kill thousands of animals and force people to abandon villages. Most of the population lives in the capital Ulaanbaatar, while some regions have a population density of less than 1 person per km superscript 2. Will its glory return? Today, Mongolia is no empire, but a nation balancing between two giants, China and Russia. Its wealth lies in copper, coal, and rare metals, and its strength is not in an army, but in the steppes, the wind, and its strategic location. Yet the history of Mongolia reminds us, even the weakest-looking land can become the center of the world, and the greatest empire can vanish, leaving only legends behind.